Good morning, children. Welcome back to another biology class. So now we are learning our lesson heredity and evolution. In our previous class, we learned evidences that tracing the evolutionary relationship. Today also we are continuing the same topic. As we learned in our previous class, there are three evidences: morphological and anatomical evidences, embryological evidences, and the third one is paleontological evidences. We already learned about morphological and anatomical. It has different types: homologous, analogous, and vestigial. These are the different types of organs. In morphological and anatomical evidences, we learned about three different types of organs: homologous organ, analogous organ, and vestigial organ. Okay. Then we learned about embryological evidence. Now we are going to learn about paleontological evidences. So when you are hearing the term paleontology, what do you mean? What is coming to our mind? Is paleontology. It is about the study of ancient life based on the records of fossils. Okay. So it is the study of ancient life based on the recording of fossils. We all know that fossils, dead and decayed material settle down during their age time. That is when we are examining it, when we are going study on it, we can identify that uh, about the ancient life. So that study is called paleontology. So now we are learning about what are the methods for identifying the age of fossils. How we can determining the age of fossils. What are the different methods? Can you tell me what are the different methods for identifying the age of fossils? We can adopt the method of when we are observing a fossil, we can identify that the by the layer method we can also identify the age of fossils, which means when we are observing a fossil, normally when we are organism die, their bodies are decomposed and lost. However, the body of some of its parts remain in its environment medium. So when we are observing through it, we can identify the age. There are two methods to identify the age of fossil. The first method is relative, which means the relative method, which means if we dig the earth to locate the fossils we find closer to the surfaces are more recent than the fossils that find deeper. Which means when we are digging the earth, which is the fossil is closer to the earth. What we can see at first, it is the recent one, right? When we are digging deep only, we can see the ancient fossils. So that is one method of we can determine the age of fossils. Another method is the second way is the date of the rocks or fossils. We can identify the date of the rocks and fossils, which means the uranium method. It is the carbon 14. We already learned about the carbon 14. The uranium method also we can identify the age of the fossils. So that are the two methods. Then another one is how do fossils form layer by layer? We learned that the fossils we can see layer by layer. How it will become layer by layer? For example, some 100 million years ago, for instance, some invertebrates died and it's formed a seabed, which means the dead and decayed material settled down and it's formed a sandstone. So they were a seabed were there. Then after so many years, after millions of years, the dinosaurs period, their waste materials also decomposed and it is also settled down over there and it's formed another layer. So first one was the invertebrates, the next one was the dinosaur age, and the next one is the horse, the animal that is also their dead materials are settled down due to millions and millions years ago. It's all becoming settled down from the bottom. So it will form a layer. So that are the things we learn in today's class. What are fossils? Paleontology, paleontological evidences. In it we learned about the fossils, how the fossils become layer to layer. Then we can identify the age of fossils, how we can identify the age of fossils. So that are the things we learn in our class. Read your textbook carefully and learn well. Okay. I hope it's all clear for you. Thank you and have a nice day.